I noticed the Z when we first moved here. I assumed it stood for Zimmerman. He was the original owner.
When we first heard about him in very positive terms, and the only thing I knew about him was that he had owned some movie theaters on the square, that he had been mayor, and that the Z was for Zimmerman. The first thing that kind of sounded a bit off was when we saw a big full-page ad in the 20s from when one of Zimmerman's theaters was showing a revival screening of A Birth of a Nation. And then we found out that that same weekend was when there was one of the biggest Klan rallies historically in the region here in town. The screening had been set up specifically around the rally.
I did even more digging in our local library and actually got to hold the journal of one of his friends who on his deathbed basically said, oh yeah, we were all Klansmen back in the day, all of my buddies. That was disappointing to say the least. I got a really gross feeling about it. And I had known that the Z stood for Zimmerman and that the neighbors had told me about, that they were proud of this Z being there and that's what makes this house so important. And I just, would rather have it gone. We brought the Z before the commission. They seemed completely dumbfounded.
I'm just looking at the images and so forth that strikes me as being original to the house and really seems like a character-defining element of the house.
To go in and destroy the one thing that really points it out as being the Zimmerman house seems like a shame. It would be a shame to take that off, and I don't know why you want to take it off.
There's no way they would let a homeowner take that down, even though it had nothing to do with safety. It's completely ornamental, just decorative.
We love hosting friends when they come. We love using our space to grow a lot of native species and being able to teach our kids about those things. We love using our house as an expression of our values. Having that up there makes me feel like, it's like if you bought a used car that had bumper stickers that you don't agree with. You'd want to take those off so that people don't make assumptions about your values. I don't want anyone associating my values with Mr. Zimmerman.
Oh, if I tore down the Z on my own without a certificate, I would get fined and possibly get a misdemeanor charge.
Sometimes if you want policy changed, you can either elect new people or challenge laws that are unjust in court. When we saw that this was an unjust law that was going to keep getting implemented, the court system seemed like the quickest way to challenge it, not just for us, but for other people down the pike. Like one of the meetings we were in, there was another woman who was before the historic committee. She doesn't even live in a historic home, but in the historic district. She has a small kid. She wanted to build a simple fence so that she would feel safe with her kid playing in the yard. And they said no because they didn't like how it looked. That's a law worth changing.
I firmly believe that property rights are human rights. This is a fight for our property rights that we feel will teach our children who we are as a family and what is worth fighting for.